chochote ambacho mtu anafanya anajiendesha pekee. Chochote ambacho mtu anafanya anajiendesha pekee.
Introvert, extrovert, I'm both. Yes.
Do you guys do gatherings then?
Sasa mazishi unakuta watu.
I'll be talking about change today, like I said before.
Hapa ni Revival TV na hii ilikuwa ni couple story. Endelee kuangalia kwenye TV yetu.
To Revival TV, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Democratic and Republican.
Chochote ambacho mtu anafanya anajiendesha pekee.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Revival TV. My name is Espoirazi, your host and a friend to all of you out there. I'm excited to have you all here at Revival TV. I know that it's been a long time since we've been together on this channel, but I wanted to come and you know what? I miss you guys. I miss my people. I miss my people who are watching me from Germany. I miss people who are watching me from Italy, from Tanzania. Shout out to Tanzania. Shout out to Congo people. I'm very, very excited for being with you here at this moment. I know that we are in a weird situation. Like Revival TV, sometimes it comes on and then it goes off for a month, comes back on. But I want you guys to know all things are in good place. I want you guys to know that we are preparing some really good, juicy stuff for you guys. And please be patient with us. As a news director, you know, I'm faced with so many things. I'm trying to get you guys information. I'm trying to get you guys news from different sources. I want to be truthful and honest with you guys. And I know as my job as a news director, I have a family of my own that I also need to take care of, and I have a job outside of this. And I'm trying my best to work around with everything that is going on in my life. But I promise you, everything is becoming a little bit slower and slower and slower, so I can focus on bringing you great news and what is going on around Grand Rapids, Michigan. In today's show, I have something amazing for you guys. I will be talking about what is going on here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, some few information that is going to be beneficial for you. And I also got some information that you may want to know in the future. And I have a special guest that's gonna come to this show later. And she's a very good friend of mine, and you guys do not want to miss this. And this will happen after the break, when we take our 5-minute break, and she'll be here, right here with us. Like I said, my name is Espoirazi. Welcome to Revival TV. And I have some good, juicy news. I want to start with what has been going on right here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Check this out. right here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, if we can call Glimpse of Africa. Glimpse of Africa is having a special event. You do not want to miss it. Bringing people together. This event is happening on August 12th to the 13th. There will be food, fashion, music, and art, and much more. Meaning there will be other stuff, different food and different cultures there will be at this event. I don't know about you, but I really want to be there. You don't want to miss it. You do not want to miss it, especially if you like eating food, nyama choma, if you like eating rice, if you like eating fufu, you do not want to miss this. This is a great way for you to be involved in your community. You do not want to miss a glimpse of Africa. And this is a way for you to learn about different cultures. We live in a country that is diverse with so many different cultures and so many people around the world. Once you join Glimpse of Africa this Saturday, the starting time is at 10:30 a.m. It will go until, check this out, until 10 p.m. So there is no excuse saying, oh, I got this, I got this, I got this. No. This is about celebrating our culture and who we are as Africans. So I want to invite you guys to the Glimpse of Africa. There will be set tables there. There will be more information there that you guys can use. And this is my favorite one also. It is free. Free. No hidden fees. No nothing. Is completely free. I know as Africans that when we hear stuff like this, we think, oh, how much is it going to cost me to get in? Well, I am here to tell you that it is completely free. Come and join. Come and join Glimpse of Africa. But the person who founded Glimpse of Africa, her name is Frida. Shout out to Frida. Frida, she's a hard worker person. She's very, very hard worker. You will find her on Fox News. You will find her on social media. You will find her in your church right here in Grand Rapids. She does a lot for the African community. You do not want to miss her. She's very, very talented. If you want more information about this event, you can visit the Facebook page, Glimpse of Africa. You can go on there on Facebook. To my African people, please, you do not want to miss this. And this is also to my Restoration Community Church. I know you guys don't want to miss this, especially if you guys want to eat some good, delicious food. You guys do not want to miss this. Restoration Church, Community Church, y'all need to be at this event. Because this event right here, I think I might go too. Because I know I was invited to go to this event. And I know I'm not going to miss it. So I want you guys to make sure that you guys have an opportunity to go to this event. It's going to be impactful with a lot of diversity. Kenyan people are going to be there. Burundis are going to be there. Tanzanians are going to be there. People from different cultures are going to be there. And that's what I love about this. So I encourage you to please don't miss out on this. I also want to talk about what has been going on around here in Grand Rapids also. You know, here in Grand Rapids, there's so many activities that's been going on. If you are in need of assistance on applying for health insurance, Medicaid, and also if you need assistance on learning different language, there are resources here in Grand Rapids that will be able to help you. Especially if you know that you have lost health insurance. We have CMS Navigator right here at Restoration Community Church that will help you apply for health insurance, food stamp, and also will also read your letters also to make you understand. So if you got a letter in the mail saying that your health insurance has been denied, come right here. this is the place to be. Right here at Restoration Community Church. And if you need the address, we'll give you, write the comment down, send me the address. We'll write the address right there on the comment below. Because this is good information for you. And also, if you're looking for a church to attend, come right here at Restoration Community Church. We have Swahili. We will translate in the language that you want to hear right here at Restoration Community Church. Our service is at 1 p.m. until 3 p.m. I was about to say 10. It's not at 10. We don't wake up that early. And if we do, we don't even show up to church. So that's why we have it at 1 p.m. until 3 p.m. Amen? Yes, we don't do like how in Americanized. They are very diligent. They wake up early in the morning. They go to church. Then after church, they watch football. And then after that, they go back to work on Sunday. No. We are 1 p.m. until 3 because that's the time we usually are awake and are alert and are ready to face the day. So if you're looking for a home church and you speak Swahili and you speak a different language, or even if you even speak whatever language you speak, Restoration Community Church is here for you. And if you need the address, comment down, like this Facebook, like our YouTube channel, and we will send you the address. We will send it to you because it's very important for you to be connected in a church that loves you, that cares about you, that values you. And right here at Restoration Community Church, we're all about that. We love people. We have great music here. But the most important thing, we honor God right here. So if you're out there and you are looking for a church to call home, right here is the place to be. And another topic that I want to talk about that is coming, that is already in the making, it is the Michigan Secretary of State. Let's pull that up. It's mobile, I think it's mobile office coming to you. The Secretary of State mobile office is coming to service the Swahili-speaking community here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Check this out. Volunteers will be available for English Swahili interpretation and assist customers with Secretary of State transaction. So this is if you need to get a driver's license, first time Michigan ID, or renew your driver's license, or transfer title. If you have titles that you need to transfer, I don't have no titles I need to transfer, so I'm good. I'm good with the state. But I'm going to show up there just in case. I don't have no problem with them. But if you have stuff like that, come to this event. It starts on Friday, August 18, 2023. August 18, that's next week. It's going to be at 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. My African people, my Restoration Church, this is for you. If you need an ID to get a job, if you need a driver's license, and you know that you've gone to Secretary of State, but you don't know how to speak the language, come to this event. It's going to be productive for you. It's going to be. You can change your title. You can register your title. You can register. You can have your ID renewal. Everything is going to be there. Sorry if I'm speaking too fast, but you know, stuff like this, I'm very passionate. For more information, you can schedule a visit or contact Adidas. If I'm saying it that long, if I'm saying it wrong, please forgive me. But his number is 616-633-5594. You can contact him, and he will give you great information on what you need to do and how you can prepare yourself. Appointments are not required. But there must be at least 20 appointments to schedule in advance in order to hold this event. So please make an appointment if you can. Make it. It's written right here. What I'm telling you is written right here. And I also send you I also post the one in Swahili too. If you're in our WhatsApp community, RCC information, I will send you, I think I've already sent it, but I'll send it again so you guys can see this. Because I know a lot of, in our African community, people want to see something like this. So my encouragement to you guys that you guys do not want to miss this. It's very important for you guys. So, but I want to step away from Grand Rapids a little bit. I want to talk about what is going on in America. We are facing some difficult times here in America. I'm pretty sure that you guys have heard. I'm not going to put the video up. I know a lot of videos circulating about what happened in Alabama. You know, a black guy who was beat down by 4 white guys. You know, we don't condone no violence. And as a Christian, you know, I don't see either you're black or white. I see you as a brother or a sister. And what happened in Alabama is sad, and it should not have happened. But I want you guys to know that we're living in a world that the enemy has a huge influence on people. People are hating each other instead of trying to work together. I don't want to touch much about what happened over there. And a lot of people have sent me comments and say, can you talk about it? What do you think? What's your view on it? And I said, you know, if I put my view on this, it may be good. It may be beneficial. But I want you guys to respond in your own way. My comment is this, is that we have to learn how to respect one another. And we have to, if the leaders of this country have put laws in place to either protect us in situation and what happened in Montgomery, Alabama, we have to follow them. But I know that racism can also be a huge effect. But I want to take a different approach. I want to say to that brother that was fighting, and to those 4 white guys that beat upon him, there is still time for you to change. If you're still living on this earth, you can still change. There is a God that loves you and that want a relationship with you. You can change your ways and start looking at that brother, at that black guy as your own brother. I know you want me to talk about racism. You want to talk about how black people are not treated fairly. But I can't do that, because all I can say is that sin has entered into this world. We don't fight against flesh and flesh. We fight against the spiritual realm. That's what's going on. And for us brothers as Christians, we are to pray. We are to be on our knees and pray about these things. So I want you guys to know that please pray for the 4 guys, the 4 white guys that were involved in this. Pray for them. And also pray for that black guy. We don't know what he's going through. We don't know what transpired, what went through his mind. But I'm not in his mind, and I don't even know, but all I can do is pray for him. And I know you guys have been wondering, okay, what is the weather? You know, what is the weather here in Grand Rapids? Let me tell you, it's hot. It's hot. In Grand Rapids, Michigan, it's super hot. So right now we're sitting at 82 degrees right here in Grand Rapids. That's super hot. But it's going to cool down. We're looking into Saturday. It's going to be 79 with some rain. And then we're going into Sunday. It's going to be going back to 82, which is hot. Then Monday is going to be a little bit rainy with 76. So the weather is cooling down. We're getting into the fall fall. I say that long. Fall. We're not there yet, but we're gonna get there. So enjoy the summers that's happening right now, because the weather is gonna start changing pretty soon. But other than that, I want to take a little 5-minute break, and we'll get back into our TV show. But stay tuned, because on my next part right here, this is where I'm really, really juicy. This is where I really prepared for this. But stay tuned, and we'll get back to you. My name is Espoir Razi, and I'm your monthly news. Thank you so much.
Gari wala ndege wala si farasi, ni kumwamini Bwana Yesu. Lakini hii safari ya kwenda mbinguni si rahisi, ni milima na miba mingi, kila siku ni jaribu la shetani. Tuna silaha yetu inaitwa maombi, pia tumepewa Roho Mtakatifu wa Mungu, tukiomba kwa
no one can love me like you do. Was lost and found, now I'm brand new through your love, God. You have washed away my sins. You are holy, you are worthy to be praised. Let every nation know about your holy name, and that you reign forever, God, and that you reign forever, God. Your love is all I wanna sing, the love that made my heart complete. Your love, your love. You took the pain I had in me, you gave me your eternity. Your love, your love. Your love is not fake or typical, like a son who asked his father to give him a fish, and then he gave him a snake. Oh no, I know my Father who's living inside me, the only sacrifice who makes me happy. Hallelujah. I love you, Jesus. Your love is all I wanna sing, the love that made my heart complete. Your love, your love. You took the pain I had in me, you gave me your eternity. Your love, your love. My God, I just bow before you, I surrender. Your love will never leave me forever. I just wanna lift your holy name, Holy Father. I just wanna give you all the honor. Perfection like I'm laying on your shoulders. You will never leave me or behind. Yeah. Your love is all I want. Sing it, God. The love that made my heart complete. Your love, God. Your love. You took the pain away from me. The pain I had. You gave me freedom. You gave me your return. Holy Father. Holy Father.
Ndugu yangu sikiliza, tuko safarini ya kuelekea mbinguni. Sina Sina gari wala ndege wala si farasi, ni kumwamini Bwana Yesu. Lakini hii safari.
Welcome back to Revival TV, Grand Rapids, Michigan. I hope you guys did like that little music for my friend. Shout out to Methuselah. He's a really good musician guy. He's a gospel singer. I really like his music. He's really focused. Please go follow him at Methuselah on YouTube. You'll find his videos there, and he's very talented. Like I told you guys before, that I have a special guest, and this guest here is from Kent County. Man, I want to introduce you to my great friend Holland. Am I saying it right? Go ahead, my sister. Go ahead. How are you doing today?
I am doing so well. Thank you, Espoir, for having me. How are you?
Man, I'm doing very good. You know, this event, I actually planned it for you, and this is where I was like, you know what, I can't wait to sit down and talk to you, because a lot of people, even in our community, they want to know what you do and who you are. Because when I was getting information about you, and when we had this conversation and what you do, and I was like, you help minorities, and you do a lot of things. So this program right here, I was like, you know what? When I was like, I gotta get you on here. I want my people to know about you. So please welcome to Revival TV. I hope you felt welcome. I hope a lot of people. I know our production manager. You know him from Glimpse of Africa and from different areas. But I want to share a little bit about yourself. Who you are, where you come from. Are you married, or how many kids you have? Share a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So my name is Holland De La Cruz. I am from Grand Rapids originally, but have done some traveling abroad and really language and all my studies. I have two girls and one on the way.
Okay. You have 2 girls already?
Yes.
And 1 on the way?
Correct.
Okay. So you have 2 girls and 1 on the way, and you are married. Do you live in Grand Rapids?
I live in Grand Rapids, yeah. Yep. So
Okay.
I live on the southwest side of Grand Rapids. Grew up on the southeast side of Grand Rapids. Studied at GRCC and Grand Valley. My education is in language and linguistics. I speak Spanish, French. A part of county welcome plan, which is pretty broad, and love what I do.
Wow, that is awesome. That is awesome. Welcome to our TV show. Now, I want to know, and I was reading your bio here, and there's some really good, you have a great bio here. What is, you talk about here, you work for Kent County, and a plan coordinator. What is that? What is a plan coordinator?
Yeah, what does that mean? Right?
Yeah, what does it mean? What is a plan coordinator?
So I coordinate a community initiative. So there's the Kent County Welcome Plan. This is a document that came out in 2020 after a lot of feedback, surveys, and focus groups with new American immigrant refugee residents in Kent County to focus on different priorities, barriers to those priorities, and how we can work together to make sure that our immigrant and refugee neighbors can really put down roots and thrive. And so we have this document that launched in 2020. We formed a collaborative, which is a multi-sector group, this past fall in 2020. There are roughly 60 different organizations that participate. There are 7 focus areas focusing on things like economics, equitable access to services, education, engaging communities, and a funding group. But all of this to make sure that the work is done by the different organizations that this work is, right? And so I coordinate it, meaning that I make sure that folks are invited to the table, I bring them up to speed, I answer any questions they might have, I serve as a co-chair in our data and metrics group, I help community partners event. I'll be at a Glimpse of Africa this weekend. Please come down, check us out, and check out all the food and fun. That'll be Saturday and Sunday. But then we have, for example, a multicultural festival coming up in September that I'm helping plan. So my job is never boring.
I can
so
see
to
that.
speak.
Yeah.
There's a lot of moving parts, but I really do have an amazing team of partners and Welcome Plan Collaborative members that impact the whole West Michigan region.
So you work with a lot of different organizations also too.
Yes.
When it comes, can you talk about those organizations that you work with and how it has helped you and how it is helping the community?
Yeah. So, like I said, there's about 60 different organizations that are a part of the Welcome Plan Collaborative, probably closer to 80 or 90 that are partnered, as in they get updates from us regularly and have other ways to engage our community here. But think pretty broad, so multi-sector, anything from business to nonprofit, immigrant and refugee-led organizations, county and city departments, education, universities, public school systems. They're all at the table. We have 3 of our local Chamber of Commerce, so the Grand Rapids Chamber of Commerce, Bannock Chamber of Commerce, Wyoming Kentwood Chamber of Commerce are all involved. And so everyone who dives into this work can kind of choose a focus if they're in the collaborative. So hey, I want to maximize the economic potential of my immigrant and refugee neighbors. Like I want to be in the group that focuses on economics. Or maybe their wheelhouse is education. So they want to be in the work group that focuses on education. So it is volunteer based. For a lot of folks, it aligns with the work they're already doing. Organizations like the Literacy Center of West Michigan, Treetop Collective, Glimpse of Africa, African Collaborative Network, Hispanic Center of Western Michigan, Puertas Abiertas. These are all organizations that are already serving that community, but just getting everybody in the room, making sure we're able to have conversations and know what services exist, and then identify where are the gaps in services. How can we work collaboratively to gaps?
Wow. So why are you so passionate about doing this? Like, what draws you? What makes you wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I want to help people. I want to help the refugees and all these other different ethnicity people. Like, what wakes you up in the morning to do this job?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's my love of learning, my curiosity, and my compassion for people. So I always come to the table, meeting with a new person, meeting with a new organization of, wow, how much can I learn from you and what you bring to the table and your culture and your language and your circumstances, everything that you've learned in your life. And so that has been a driving force in what I do. When I finished my school and travels, I did want to stay connected with the international community. I lived in South America for a little while. I studied French and linguistics, living in Montreal and then in France. And so any way for me to continue to stay connected with my international community here in Grand Rapids was really important for me to use the lessons I've learned, because if I don't use them, I will forget them. But at the end of the day, it's just my love of people, getting to know people and understanding where they're coming from and learning from them. It's really, for me, it gives me so much wealth to just meet a new person, how we can mutually benefit each other through relationship building and connection to our community.
Well, I'm excited. I'm happy because you speaking French, it goes a long, long way. Because we have in our African community, there are people who speak French. They are very, very fluent in French. I don't know French to save my life. I don't know. I like to listen to it. I will hear it, but speaking it, that's not my cup of tea. Speak about that. did you learn French in college, or was it something that you were raised with your family to just speak French? How did that become?
Yeah. So I started when I was 13.
Uh-huh.
So I was in middle school. I knew I liked languages and I liked learning languages. And when you live in West Michigan, your choices are French or Spanish. So I was like, I want to learn both those languages.
Okay.
And so I started at 13. I took French through high school. I studied it through college, and then I lived in a French-speaking environment for about 5 months, and that's where you really learn to speak it.
Right.
Alors, s'il y a des gens, des francophones qui écoutent cette vidéo, je suis contente d'être ici avec vous. J'adore pratiquer le français, ça fait du bien pour moi. Et j'espère qu'on peut se connaître bientôt.
Wow. You guys understand that, right? I didn't understand that. That was pretty legit. So if
I was talking bad things about you as far.
See, if you guys understood that, that is awesome. Because right now, I'm like clueless. That sound is so much better than me. I mean, I just know oui, bonjour. That's the only thing I know. But her right here, man, you're a pro. You're a pro. Now, I want to switch things back a little bit to your career. Are there any welcoming events coming up in West Michigan that you know that you would want the community to know about?
Yeah, so we have a Glimpse of Africa Festival coming up this weekend, August 12th and 13th. La Fiesta Mexicana is another festival that will be coming up September 8th through 13, also downtown at Calder Plaza. And then we're doing a single-day multicultural festival on September 16th. This will be at Garfield Park, which is on the corner of Madison and Burton, southeast side of Grand Rapids. And that's actually an event I'm planning for in celebration for Welcoming Week, which is September 8th through September 17th this year. And it's just an opportunity for communities to celebrate our immigrant and refugee neighbors, to get together, immigrant and non-immigrant communities together, to get to know each other. We're planning on entertainment, food, resource tables, workshops where you can learn about different cultural practices like how to do hair braiding or henna or a traditional coffee ceremony, and also having resources there and just like fun kids activities. So that is something that I'm super excited about. It'll be our first annual this year, and we hope to do it every year during Welcoming Week.
Wow, that's amazing.
A global gathering.
A global gathering. Can you share that a little bit in French? I just like hearing that. Can you say it just a little bit? Yeah, so our audience who are listening in French can hear that. Because that's awesome. That's really awesome. Go ahead and share that in French.
Absolument. Il y a un festival multiculturel qui va venir à notre communauté le 16 septembre. Il s'appelle Global Gathering. Ça va être de la nourriture, de la musique, on va danser, on va bouffer, on va se connaître l'une à l'autre avec les cultures du globe entier. Parce que ici, au Grand Rapide, il y a plus de 100 pays représentés, il y a plus de 80 langues parlées, alors c'est bien de se connaître, d'apprendre de l'une à l'autre et de s'amuser.
All right. Revival TV people, I hope you appreciate what I just did. You see that? That right there, a French fluent speaking person right here. I did not hear one word what she said, but I understood in English. The English part that I understood. But that is amazing. Okay, so now I want to talk about what does a Welcome Plan collaborative do? What do they do basically? Because you talked about what you guys are and what you do. Basically, okay, if someone was coming up to you and they say, what do you guys do? What would you say to them? Basically, like, because I know a lot of African and a lot of African community. I mean, they want to know. Okay, if I need this type of information, okay, do I go to you or do I go to someone else? Or are you helping me apply for 501c3? Or are you helping me get an EIN number to start my own business? Because I heard you say something about that, a 501c3 of can you give me a little more information on that?
Yeah, so that's a good question. The collaborative, when you think about it, it does seem kind of abstract. We aren't a direct service provider, so I don't have like a team of caseworkers like helping me provide direct service. However, the organizations at the table are direct service providers, and so everybody meets once a month on different focus areas. So there are some deliverables, and those deliverables are usually in form of like information sessions or community engagement or events. For example, our Safe and Connected Communities work group this past March hosted a question and answer with a local Spanish-speaking group, Puertas Abiertas. They're an organization that serves men, women, and children who were victims of human trafficking and domestic violence. They held a Q&A between their clients and law enforcement. So there was officers from the Kent County Sheriff's Department, the Grand Rapids Police Department, the Wyoming Police Department, and then our county prosecutor. We're all there to answer questions from the clients about specific things that had happened to them or general questions that they had. Like, if I make a police report, is somebody going to ask me about my immigration status? And the answer is no. At that level, the county, even city police departments, like, they don't have anything to do with immigration. And so that Q&A, then they created a frequently asked questions sheet so that we could get all of the information that was shared that day out to the community and host other community events so that folks who live here, who maybe have been here for years or maybe are recent arrivals, but are still getting to know this system of law enforcement in the United States, because every country has its own system. And so really just wanting to form those connections and those relationships. And so that FAQ sheet I'll have at the festival this weekend. We've translated it into Spanish, Arabic, Kinyarwanda, Swahili to start, right? Those are some of the languages that are more commonly spoken in Kent County. And then if folks want to have an event with their community, then we can bring that FAQ, bring officers from different departments, and really just like get to know each other and start those conversations and be able to ask questions candidly without intimidation, right? Or fear, which is common even for me. Like, police officer talks to me, I'm like, whoa, like, what does he want? So trying to like break down those barriers. Our data group has reached out to different like organizations to try to get a better idea of like the ecosystem and landscape, and released a summer report about languages spoken in Kent County, what different organizations are offering, what areas of the Welcome Plan are being worked on, things of that nature. And then each work group has its own focus. Another thing that's coming soon, end of September, is a grant writing workshop. This is going to be like a capacity building workshop for immigrant and refugee-led organizations. So if folks are just getting up and running and they're trying to figure out like, where do I even start? How do I get funding? This is a perfect place for them. We'll host these quarterly, starting this fall. So every 3 months, we'll have another grant writing workshop. It's going to focus on some of like those education pieces. Like,
now, I want to talk about what you just said there. So, are you helping them write, or what are you basically doing? Grant writing. What is grant writing? Like, are you helping them write them some, like their business, or giving them an idea what business will be like, or to just make them brainstorm, or what is it going to be like?
Yeah, so planning is still underway. Okay. So more information coming soon, but what the kind of bare bones or the essential would be, there'd be an education piece to it. So it's like, okay, what do I need to apply for a grant to start with? Like, how do I write my budget? How do I track data so that when a funder asks me for it, I can have that ready for them? How do I judge if I have the capacity, right, the infrastructure to accept these funds and use them? And how do I report back to the grant? And so there'll be some basic information, But what I would like to do, and this is what's still being worked out, is doing like almost like a part 1, part 2. So getting that basic information and then using it. And then if folks want eyes on something specific that they're working on, like, hey, am I eligible for this? What are the chances? Can you take a look at what I've started? Then that service, then that you'd be able to speak with grant writers, and they could give you back on what you've already started. So a little bit of both but really want it to be an opportunity for organizations to be able to check in regularly and receive funding for the work that they're already doing.
Okay. Now, does it cost to do all this stuff
No.
for us? How can someone just go ahead and what do they need to do to get more information, or what do they need to do to apply? Is there an application that I need to do all this stuff that you have explained to me, and what does that look like?
Yeah, so there will absolutely be like a registration process. It will be free. This is funding through the Office of Global Michigan for our West Michigan collaborative. And so this would be available to anybody in West Michigan, predominantly Kent County and Ottawa County in outlying areas. You would have to be an immigrant and refugee-led organization. That would be another eligibility requirement. But other than that, there's no cost to attend these. And my hope is that folks will be repeat attenders, right? They'll get information, they'll get something to get them started, and then really be able to fine-tune those skills, because I mean, I am not the expert, but there are experts out there. So we're seeking to work with facilitators, to have grant writers on site helping folks really learn what do they need to prepare for XYZ grant.
Okay. Revival TV people, I hope you guys are enjoying this episode. And I'm very, very excited to have my guest here. You've heard a lot about what she does. Now, I want to speak to you guys. Get out there and come and talk to her. She will give you great resources. She speaks Swahili. So, no, she doesn't speak Swahili. I'm sorry. She speaks French. French, that's what she speaks. So, you guys who know French. I don't know French. Do not come to me and start speaking French to me. No. She works with Kent County. She will help you with anything that you guys need. Either business, if you want to know more about your business, how to start a business, how to do a lot of things. She's here for you guys. How can they reach you?
So the best way to get a hold of us or to learn more would be going to the website. It's KentCountyNewAmericans.org. KentCountyNewAmerican.org. You go there. Is there a translation? Can there be a translation in a different language when they go on that website, or is it just completely English? Because I know most people don't. There is a drop-down menu to get like the basic content in different languages. But if you go to the Documents tab, we have a summary document, and that is currently translated into 16 different languages. And then really, if people want to get involved, like that's my outlook. The more people we have at the table, the more voice that is at the table, the better we're going to do, because to do this work well, we have to do it together. If they want like direct services, I would refer them to one of our community partners. I'm becoming even more knowledgeable in the different resources that are available in the landscape of Kent County and beyond in West Michigan. But if folks want to be at the table where we're deciding how best to welcome immigrants and refugees, like that's what we're looking for, is folks who have a passion, who want to connect with their community, who want to be there to help decide, like, okay, this is what we need to do, because we can't do this unless we do it together, like, right? Like, I can't come up with a solution and say, hey, Espoir, this is going to work for you, right? Mm-hmm. No, I need Espoir. I need you to work with me to say, hey, this is what's going to work.
Okay. When this is working out, and this is going to be going towards my last question, but I want to understand this. In 5 years from now, 10 years from now, where do you think this could be, and what do you imagine? I know when you got into this field, you had a vision, you had your mindset. You're like, you know what, I want to help the refugees community. And I think with the refugee communities, you're helping people coming from different part of the world, but from Tanzania, Hispanic, and Ethiopia, all those people.
Yeah.
Now, when they
Asia.
come, Asia, all that. So, what's your vision? What do you think this could be in 5, 10 years from now, in your own mind? Since I don't know if you have sat down and you said, you know what, we've started something good here.
Yeah.
And I think in 5 years, if we do this and this and this and this, and based on everything you just said here, what do you see that being like?
Yeah. So my dream, right? 5 years, 10 years from now, would be that we would have more immigrant and refugee leaders in elected positions, whether that's local government or beyond. We'd have more immigrant and refugee voice at different boards and commissions to share, to have more representation, right, of the people that live in Kent County. We would have systems in school set up so that kids and families get navigators, so that they are connected with the community right away and understand the resources that are available to them. We would have broader language access in county departments and city departments and state of Michigan departments. I know we have that mobile event coming next weekend, Friday, August 18. Please come if you are a Swahili speaker, to really show that, hey, there is a need for Swahili interpretation at Secretary of State. So getting language policies in place at every level of local government is super important, and having people be able to walk in the door and not get handed a super complex document in English when they really just need to understand what's happening for them to be successful and to get connected to this. We would see just more people who feel at home, right? That's probably the hardest one to track, right? We can track language access. We can track how many people get elected into these different positions. We can even track like different school systems and how they're approaching new American immigrant and refugee families. But sense of belonging, that's harder to track. And so like having people be here and be like, hey, this is my home. Like I wasn't born here. I didn't grow up here, but I feel like this is home. And I think that's one that's the most important, but the hardest to put data on, right?
Okay, I understand. My last question is, what do you need from us, from the community of the Africans? What do you want from us? And I know in your work field, you face with so many things, so many problems maybe, but if you could give a little advice or a little help or ask for help, what would you need from us so we can make your job easier?
I think just getting involved, right? Like letting folks know if you're in a position that's like, yeah, I do want to help new families who are coming into my school district that maybe speak XYZ language. I've been here for 5 years, and I'd like to be that point person. So having people who want to be in that position of like a navigator position, looking into like the processes or advocating for yourself and saying, I want to be, this is my goal. I want to be in this elected position, and connecting with us and connecting with other people, so that we can help integrate people into systems and get them the mentorship that they need. But really just staying connected with each other and staying connected with community members, I think, is the most important, because at the end of the day, like, we lean on each other, right? We support each other. And so being open to everybody, all of your neighbors, no matter where they're from, I think that's important just in general. for all residents who live in West Michigan.
Revival TV, I'm fascinated. I've learned so much of what you do, and I did not know you do all this. And I think we're gonna be talking after this, so I can try to see how I can get involved too, and help, because there is a need. There are people come here in America, they don't know where to go, they don't know what to sign up, and like you said, they're given a lot of papers to sign, and they don't understand what they're signing. They just keep signing their life away, and then find out 5 years, 2 years from now, they're like, I don't know, what did I get myself into? But you being that bridge to make them understand their life and to make understand the American life, how it is it's amazing. And you're doing a great job. And I commend for you to keep going. Do not give up. It can be hard, it can be stressful, but if you have that spirit and the hunger that you have, and I like your vision in 5 years from now, where you see it, we will definitely support you in any type of way that you need. And I would also want to mention that if you have anybody from the Kent County that want to come up here to Revival TV, bring them here alone. We want to interview Kent County District and the officers, the police officers, so people can know what is the job of a police. Because when we came here in America, we just thought when a police pulls you over, there's, like you said, there's information that you can give them, and there's information that you can't give them. If they ask you, do you have status to live here? Why do we need to give them that? But a lot of people, they don't know that. So I would like to have a sit down with one of the chiefs of the police right here in Revival TV. I want our people to know that they can feel safe with our police officers. They don't have to be scared of them. And I think with your connections and with your help, you can make that happen. And not just the police officers, even the governors, even the secretaries, whatever who's in power. I think you'll be able to help us with that. So I'm really, really thankful. You're doing a great job. You've helped me. Honestly, you definitely have helped me, and with the businesses and stuff like that, you've taught me a little bit, and I'm very, very in getting connected with another ESPOR that does transportation. Do you want to also talk about that too, about that organization that ESPOR does, so people can know a little bit, or that could be another time?
Yeah, maybe another time, just because I know he's still getting up and running, so I don't know what his capacity is at. But I think it'd be great to have him on here so he could talk about it.
I like that better.
He is the founder and the CEO, and I don't want to step over my bounds.
I like that. I like that. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been here listening, and I hope you guys have gotten great information on what my friend here has said. Guys, this is what Revival TV is about, to try to see how we can bring communities together, how we can bring people from our side to come to our side and to see how they can help us. And we are here to give you great information. You have heard my sister here. And if you need to be involved in your community, if you want to be part of her organization, just contact her. Go to the website. What is the website again?
Kent County. NewAmericans.org. Is it possible for me to do like an email in the comments too? That's
yes.
The most direct.
Yes.
There is welcome@kentcountymi.gov.
We will put that.
But I know that's a lot, kind of a mouthful. So
no problem. We will definitely put that. I will get that email. You can leave it to me. I will put that on the comments so people can get in contact with you guys.
Okay.
So this is Revival TV, and I'm very, very happy that I was able to be with you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I've come to the end of my TV program for today. But don't worry, tomorrow there will be another great one right here on Revival TV, Grand Rapids, Michigan. You do not want to miss it. Thank you so much, my sister. Do you have any last words to our audience? If you want to say anything, if any encouragement that you want to tell our audience before we end our show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show. Thank you for listening. Hopefully we get to meet someday. I'm very, very honored and grateful to be in this position in Kent County, and so lucky that I get to meet amazing individuals and learn about everything that they're doing each week. So thank you for your time. Thank you, Espoir, for having me.
All right. And I also got one more last thing that I wanted to mention. On September 2nd, El Shaddai concert is coming up here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. El Shaddai is for Restoration Community Church. There are church members, there are choir people who are going to be singing some praise and worship music right here on September 2nd. More information is coming to you. I will get those information and invitation. All of you guys are welcome. Please come to the concert. El Shaddai is having a concert here on September 2nd. It's going to be big, 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 big. You do not want to miss it. More information is coming. I will post it so you guys can see it. It's going to be amazing. A lot of dancing, a lot of worship, a lot of grooving and grooving and grooving and grooving. We Africans, we love to move and praise the Lord with our hips, with our hands, with our mouth. Please, if you're like that, if you want to move and worship the Lord, you do not want to miss this concert. So come out and support. This is Espoir. Thank you so much for joining us for tonight. Have a good night and God bless. Thank you.
No one can love me like you do. Was lost and found now, I'm brand new through your love, God. You have washed away my sins. You are holy, you are worthy to be praised. Let every nation know about your holy name, and that you reign forever, God, and that you reign forever, God. Your love is all I wanna see, the love that made my heart complete. Your love, your love. You took the pain I had in me, you gave me your eternity. Your love, your love. Your love is not fake or typical, like a son who asked his father to give him a fish, and then he gave him a snake. Oh no, I know my Father who's living inside me, the only sacrifice who makes me happy. Hallelujah. I love you, Jesus. Your love is all I wanna see, the love that made my heart complete. Your love, your love. You took the pain I had in me, you gave me your eternity. Your love, your love. My God, I just bow before you, I surrender. Your love will never leave me forever. I just wanna lift your holy name, Holy Father. I just wanna give you all the honor. Perfection's like I'm laying on your shoulders. You will never leave me or behind. Yeah. Your love is all
chochote ambacho mtu anafanya anajiendesha peke yake.
Introvert, extrovert, and both. Yes.
Do you guys do gatherings?
Sasa mazishi unakuta watu.
I'll be talking about change tonight. Like I said before,
Hapa ni Revival TV na hii ilikuwa ni Couple Story. Endelee kuangalia kwenye TV yetu.
To Revival TV, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Democratic and Republican.
Chochote ambacho mtu anafanya anajiendesha peke yake.
Introvert, extrovert, and both. Yes.
Do you guys do gatherings?
Sasa mazishi unakuta watu.
I'll be talking about change tonight.